Walking 14 steps faster per minute can help you age better. Here's a truth that might surprise you. The secret to aging gracefully could be hiding in your daily walk. But here's where it gets controversial. What if the key isn't just walking, but how you walk? A groundbreaking study from the University of Chicago, https://journals.plosone/article?ID =130.1371/journal.pwn.032375 #sex012 reveals that seniors who pick up their pace by just a few steps per minute could unlock significant improvements in their physical health and independence. And this is the part most people miss. Frailty, a condition that quietly undermines strength and vitality, doesn't have to be an inevitable part of aging. Let's break it down. Frailty isn't just about feeling tired or moving slower. It's a medical condition that raises the risk of falls. https://scientists.com/health/senior-will-be-prone-to-falling, injuries, hospitalizations, and even loss of independence. Studies https://www.uptodate.com/contents/frailty/print text equals pre% 2d frailty %20 of patients %20 at %20 risk %20 for %20 frailty %20 who in %20 those %20 over %20 65 20 years %20 old %20 5b 1 2c 4 2c 5 5d. Estimate that 4 to 16% of Americans over 65 are already frail, while nearly half show early warning signs. Dr. Daniel Rubin, the study's lead author, https://www.ukikagamedicine.org/find-a-physician/Daniel Rubin, put it plainly. Imagine not needing to rest while running errands or feeling strong enough to carry groceries. That's the difference frailty can make, or prevent. The study focused on 102 seniors, average age 79, from retirement communities, 80% of whom were women. Both groups walked 3 times a week for 45 minutes, but one group walked at a relaxed pace, while the other pushed to their safe maximum speed. After 4 months, the faster group increased their cadence to 100 steps per minute, up from 77 in the slower group. On a 6-minute walking test, https://www.physio-pedia.com/6_minute_walk_test_6_minute_walk_test, 65% of the fast walkers improved their distance by 30 meters, a meaningful boost for daily tasks like climbing stairs or walking to the mailbox. Only 39% of the slower group achieved the same. The kicker? You don't need to sprint. Researchers found that increasing your pace by just 14 steps per minute, from a typical 86 to 100, led to the best results. Even casual walking helped, Rubin noted, https://news-medical.net/news/20250716/walking-slightly-faster-in-older-adults.aspx. But a modest increase in speed can make a world of difference. But here's the debate: is a 14-step boost enough, or should seniors aim for more? Some experts argue that higher-intensity exercise might yield faster results, while others stress the importance of safety and sustainability. What do you think? Should we prioritize gradual, manageable changes or push harder for quicker gains? Let's talk in the comments. Now, how do you know if you're at risk of frailty? Johns Hopkins Medicine, https://www.hopkinsmedicine.org/health/wellness- and -prevention/stay-strong-4-ways-to-beat-the-frailty-risk, lists 5 red flags: unexplained weight loss, difficulty standing up, chronic fatigue, low activity levels, and a slow walking speed, taking more than 6 to 7 seconds to walk 15 feet. The good news: frailty is reversible with the right strategies. Regular movement, balanced nutrition, and addressing health issues can turn the tide. Ready to take action? Start by tracking your walking cadence, the number of steps you take per minute. Dr. Rubin, https://www.scienceFocus.com/news/how-fast-older-adults-should-walk-long-healthy-life, suggests adding 5 to 10 steps to your usual pace and using a metronome app to maintain rhythm. The goal isn't to race, he says, but to live longer and do the things you love. So, will you walk faster, or stick to your current pace? Share your thoughts below, because when it comes to aging, every step counts. Boost your mobility, increase your walking cadence. Transform your mobility, the surprising power of stepping up your walking pace. Do you feel your physical strength and capabilities aren't quite where you'd like them to be? The statistics are eye-opening. Between 7% and 12% of Americans over 65 fall into the category of being frail, according to research from Johns Hopkins Medicine. Frailty isn't just a vague concept, it's specifically defined as having at least 3 of these telltale signs: losing weight without trying, decreased muscle strength, feeling constantly exhausted, minimal physical activity, and walking at a noticeably slow pace. For many older adults, this condition creates significant barriers to performing everyday activities independently. But here's the encouraging news that many might not realize: a simple adjustment to walking habits could make a remarkable difference. A groundbreaking study published in the journal PLOS One revealed something fascinating. When pre-frail and frail older adults increased their walking cadence by just 14 steps per minute, they experienced a substantial 10% improvement in their functional capacity. For context, pre-frailty represents that critical window before full frailty sets in, a period when seniors face elevated risks of physical limitations, cognitive deterioration, nutritional challenges, and socioeconomic difficulties. Our findings were quite revealing, explained Dr. Daniel Rubin, who led the research. Those participants who managed to walk faster, specifically at a cadence 14 steps per minute above their normal pace, showed significant improvements in their mobility, endurance, and overall functional ability. Dr. Rubin, an associate professor of anesthesia and critical care at the University of Chicago, further elaborated, with specifically targeted improvements in mobility and function, because pre-frail and frail older adults typically experience limitations in these areas, particularly within the framework of physical frailty. This research emerged from a secondary analysis of data collected during a primary trial examining walking interventions in retirement communities over a 36-week period. The vital connection between walking and healthy aging. Mobility remains crucial for healthy aging regardless of whether an individual meets the clinical definition of frailty. Health experts consistently recommend simple strength training activities like walking as effective ways to build strength and combat the progression of frailty. But here's where it gets even more compelling. People who make walking exercises a regular part of their lifestyle don't just maintain mobility, they actually experience what researchers call longevity, meaning they not only live longer, but enjoy better quality of life during those additional years. A 2020 study demonstrated that physically active older adults were 28% less likely to become disabled and could perform daily tasks with minimal or no assistance. The benefits extend far beyond just maintaining independence. Regular walking helps control weight, reduce high blood pressure, lower the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, and strengthen the entire musculoskeletal system. Walking has been linked to the same positive health outcomes as more structured exercise activities, noted Ryan Haddad, a doctoral candidate in public health and nursing at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, who wasn't involved in the study. These include reduced mortality risk, lower cancer rates, fewer cardiovascular diseases, and improved cognitive aging. Haddad emphasized another crucial point. One of walking's greatest advantages is its simplicity, affordability, and accessibility. It's an activity that can be widely promoted to reduce the burden of various diseases and conditions. And this is the part most people miss. Increasing your walking pace offers specific additional benefits beyond just walking itself. Research shows that walking faster can reduce the risk of heart rhythm abnormalities like atrial fibrillation, while extending walking duration can help alleviate back pain. Even modest increases in daily physical activity can make a meaningful difference, Haddad explained. Walking more frequently could serve as a simple yet remarkably effective strategy for reducing the risk of chronic low back pain and numerous other health conditions. The challenge of finding your optimal pace. I believe one of the most challenging aspects of providing public health guidance, particularly regarding walking, is determining the appropriate pace, Dr. Rubin acknowledged. Traditional methods for helping older adults maintain a moderate-intensity walking pace, such as the talk test, being able to talk, but not sing during activity, or monitoring heart rate, can be subjective and make it difficult to accurately track pace or cadence. The simplest approach is actually using a metronome app on your smartphone, suggested Dr. Rubin. This technique is known as rhythmic auditory cueing. To implement this method, begin by walking at your normal pace for 30 minutes while timing it with the metronome. Once you've established your baseline rhythm, gradually increase your cadence by 5 or 10 steps per minute. Some individuals use music for pacing, but that can actually be more challenging unless you have a trained ear that can precisely identify the beat, Dr. Rubin added. Maximizing the benefits of your walking routine. While maintaining this enhanced pace, older adults could further benefit from practicing mindful breathing techniques, such as nasal breathing, according to CNN fitness contributor Dana Santers, a certified strength and conditioning specialist who works as a mind-body coach for professional athletes. Nasal breathing, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, has been shown to help lower blood pressure and improve heart rate variability, according to a 2023 study. This breathing technique can play a significant role in preventing the development of hypertension. Equally important is maintaining proper walking form to prevent discomfort and maximize benefits. Good walking posture includes standing tall and incorporating a natural arm swing. These elements help prevent backaches, facilitate easier breathing, and maintain balance during your walk. Walking is truly a whole-body movement, Santers emphasized. It's not just about your lower body, or simply putting one foot in front of the other. Your arm swing plays a crucial role in the mechanics of walking. You want to coordinate your arm movement with your footsteps, creating an opposing pattern. Do you think increasing your walking cadence could make a difference in your mobility, or that of someone you care about? Have you tried using a metronome or other pacing tools to improve your walking routine? Share your experiences or questions in the comments. We'd love to hear how different approaches to walking have affected your health journey. Sign up for CNN's Fitness, But Better newsletter series. Our 7-part guide. Boost your walking speed to fight frailty. Tips for seniors. Imagine feeling so exhausted from a simple trip to the grocery store that you have to sit down to catch your breath. For many seniors dealing with frailty, this is their everyday reality. But here's where it gets exciting. A new study suggests that something as straightforward as increasing the pace of walking could be a game changer for older adults striving to maintain their independence and vitality. The research, published on July 17 in the journal PLOS One, reveals that even small adjustments in walking speed can lead to significant improvements in physical health for seniors. According to the findings, adding just 14 extra steps per minute to one's regular walking cadence can make a noticeable difference in overall physical function. That's right, something as seemingly minor as taking a few more steps each minute could transform how an elderly person navigates daily life. Dr. Daniel Rubin, an anesthesiologist at the University of Chicago Medicine and the lead researcher of the study, emphasized the power of walking, even at a casual pace. Even casual walking had positive effects on our study participants, Rubin explained in a news release. His team conducted the study with 102 older adults living in independent retirement communities around the Chicago area. The average age of participants was 79, and all were classified as either frail or pre-frail, a state where individuals are at risk of developing full-blown frailty if no interventions occur. Participants were divided into two groups. 56 individuals were asked to walk at a relaxed, comfortable pace regularly, while the remaining 46 joined a high-intensity walking program. In this latter group, seniors were encouraged to push themselves, walking as quickly as they safely could. On average, those in the high-intensity group increased their pace to about 100 steps per minute, compared to the casual walkers, who averaged closer to 77 steps per minute. What's fascinating is how impactful these modest changes turned out to be. Seniors who managed to increase their usual walking cadence by 14 steps per minute performed better on a 6-minute walking test. This might not sound like much, but for someone struggling with frailty, such improvements can feel monumental. As Dr. Rubin pointed out, people who haven't experienced frailty can't imagine how big a difference it makes to be able to not get tired going to the grocery store, or not need to sit down while they are out. And this is the part most people miss. The benefits don't stop at physical mobility. Walking faster isn't just about moving your legs, it's about enhancing your entire quality of life. Another expert, David Conroy, a professor at the University of Michigan School of Kinesiology, highlighted the extensive advantages of physical activity for older adults. Physical activity has widespread, multi-system benefits, Conroy said. For example, staying active can extend lifespan, reduce the risk of chronic diseases like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes, and even protect brain health by lowering the chances of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. Additionally, regular exercise boosts mental well-being by easing symptoms of anxiety and depression, strengthens bones, and improves sleep quality. Perhaps most encouraging is how quickly some of these benefits take effect. Conroy noted that short-term gains often include feeling more energized, sleeping better, and experiencing sharper cognitive function. These immediate rewards can serve as powerful motivators for seniors to stick with a walking routine. To help make walking goals more accessible, Dr. Rubin's team developed a smartphone app called Walk Test. This app allows seniors to measure their walking cadence easily without needing fancy equipment or complicated instructions. We wanted to make it as low barrier as possible so it's easy for older adults to use, Rubin explained. The app is designed to guide users in establishing a baseline walking speed and then gradually increasing it to a brisker yet still comfortable pace. For those who need extra support maintaining a steady rhythm, Rubin suggested using metronome apps on smartphones, which provide a consistent beat to match footsteps to, ensuring a sustained elevated cadence. Of course, this raises an interesting question. Should we focus more on promoting simple lifestyle changes like walking over costly medical interventions when addressing frailty? While the results are promising, Some skeptics might argue whether walking alone is enough to counteract severe cases of frailty, or if it works best in combination with other therapies. What do you think? Do you believe small behavioral shifts like increasing walking speed can truly combat frailty, or should we prioritize other approaches? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective.